Hi, hope you all had a nice weekend. I did this as a demo, but it's not really good enough, so I'm not going to publish it, but I'll show you the picture. The last rose of summer, I picked the rose, I couldn't get it as pink as the rose, I'm using the colours that I have on my palette. And in the end, I had the whole thing too low, so I couldn't sort this out, and I don't think the Fabriano is quite, well, I'm not practiced with painting dry and wet on it. It's not a very forgiving paper, as you can see. But I used just one brush on that. I used the number 14 sable, Kalinsky sable, that I got at the big art exhibition, Art in Action, several months ago, 2 or 3 months ago. But I will have a go at some more flowers. I've never done a flower in watercolour before, and I try to keep it as loose and free as possible. But the shape of this was a bit big. I've done this before in acrylic, and I've done a couple of flower paintings in acrylic, but none in oil, and certainly none in watercolour. But I enjoy doing it. I'll work on this when I get some decent flowers. I'll use some. I've got a better quality paper. I've got some Saunders. Well, I believe I've got some Saunders left. The Langton, no, I think it's Bockingford, but it's £200 weight. It's this one here. This is a very good paper, but expensive. But anyway, I'm going to go back and do my usual, back in the comfort zone, I think, and do some texture and landscape. So I'll take that off and put my board back, and then raise up this to about there, and I'm painting at about 85 degrees. Okay. Now there's a lot of noise going on, a lot of building work going on in the neighbour's house at the moment and further down the road. So we've got the duel going. I think the neighbour's having a new water main put in. I'll bring that a bit closer and I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see more of the painting. So it's autumn colours again, so I'll invent a sort of a background, but first of all I'll wet the paper all over. It's the Fabriano, £130, great for wetting wet, but I'm not skilled at using it in any other way than wetting wet. So usual palette of lemon yellow, raw sienna, alizarin crimson, light red, ultramarine, burnt umber, Payne's grey and burnt sienna. So I'll warm the paper up first. So I'll have a bit of lemon yellow in the background, a bit of sienna. Bit of alizarin in there, bit of and over that we'll put in a bit of a bluey sky. Cut that with a bit of alizarin. Bit of cloud, using ultramarine, Payne's grey and some alizarin. Right, okay, that will do. We can strengthen up that blue a bit, I think, blue and alizarin. Right, okay, so I'll reclip that. I'm making this up really, just want to do autumn colours, foliage, using the burnt umber, light red, raw sienna and some Payne's grey. So we can just call this a country scene. It could be what should we say? Where should we say? New Forest, or the Ashdown Forest, which I do know quite well because we go through it several times a year on our way to Bexhill. Just a bit of background. Hills. And I'll just add to that as we go, so I'll get some nice red in there as well. Oh, that red is so dry. Leave some bits of white. I'm just a bit of trying to create some illusion of depth and stuff going on, but it's just a bunch of land, moorland, heathland. There's a nice red in there. Now that red, it's so old. Yeah, there's a bit of yellow in there. Right, this would be my trying to create an impression of trees going off into the background. Bit of countryside, but essentially just a little bit of texture. I think to do this, what I'm trying to do here is you need thick, wet paints. No good scrubbing away at your palette. When it's dry like this, it's not a good idea. Bit of blue, I'll put a bit of blue to the distance. I'm trying to avoid symmetry here, but a bit difficult. Let's just fill that bit in there. Okay. So we're getting some nice darks here, lemon yellow. Nice, thick, rich. Gorse, not a gorse on English moorland. A bit different painting English rose, or the last rose of summer. Just get it nice and flat. I've got to put some foliage coming up here, otherwise it'll just look a bit, well, just a bit too symmetrical, so just to get that in there. Right. I shouldn't have bothered about that background, but it doesn't matter. Now autumn leaves, nice rich yellowy reds. And we get some dark in, shadow. Bit of water, don't let it too dry. My burnt umber is quite loose from the tube from the other day. And I'll just etch into that. Now, bit of shadow. Let's spray about a few pebbles. There's some dark shadow in there. Now the dry brush just for this. And there's a blue on there really. Right, need some texture in there now, or some calligraphy. I'll start off with the Payne's grey, and look at this tree, bush. Bit of rigour in there. Let's put in some dark green now in the foreground here. Lemon yellow, Payne's grey, burnt umber. Making those rocks look a bit lighter. Bit of work with the rigger. Not going to do much more to that sign. It's just a sort of a compensation for my disaster with the flower. But I'll work out some more arrangements. Maria Kellner is a marvellous painter of vases and cut glass with flowers in. Just a little bit in this middle distance here. A couple of birds. Right, put that in a mount, put that in the ordinary. So this is all I've got to show for today. So it's getting on for 1 o'clock. I took the chainsaw to the end of my garden last week and I've had to bag it up to try to get rid of some of it. So there we are, autumn on the Ashdown forest, or anywhere, because it doesn't exist, it's made up. It's just how you can have fun. I'm just going to raise the camera. Have fun with your own brushes and paints. Base it on something you've seen, or something I've done, or Stephen Cronin's done. But do your own thing with it. Make it yours. And every painting you do is a step nearer perfection. Not that we'll ever get there. Okay, I quite like that. I hope you do. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.